Period. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Is it giving, girl?
Yes, it's giving, girl.
Welcome to episode 3, where you wanna be. I'm so glad to see you again.
Oh, slay
That just came out of nowhere. That was so random.
I love that.
No,
I feel
that
so
was
giddy.
not.
I feel like we're coming out more and more.
I feel like more and more. Do you guys feel like we're coming out more and more? Okay. First of all, the outfit is giving. Yes. Snaps for the outfit.
Thank
Snaps
you.
for the outfit. Girl, I feel like this personality just came out when the camera got cut on because I was like lagging. I'm like
lagging,
yeah,
I love
feeling
that.
like I'm tired, and then we cut the camera on. We sit down. We're like, "What's up? What's happening?" Welcome back to Big Sister, Little Sister, episode 3. Where today we are discussing what, Alicia? What are we talking about today? What's the tea?
Oh, we're talking about a lot of things.
Okay, we're talking about a lot of things.
This is gonna be a very free flowing conversation.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
love that. Let's do that. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
All right. Should we go based off of what we were talking about last episode? We could talk about triggers.
Yeah, if you let's go, because if you want to be honest, like she said, free flowing episode. We just going with the flow this episode. Yeah. So dive into what we're gonna dive into. What needs to be said.
Okay. Not all of your triggers are caused by others. It's caused by your reaction of what you've experienced in the past. Let that sink in.
Real heavy this Saturday morning. Yeah. Real heavy. All right. I think we need to repeat that one more time for people in the back.
Not all of your triggers are caused by others. It's caused by your reaction of what you've experienced in the past. To me, what I've learned through the triggers that I go through is that like your reaction truly does matter for your own sake of yourself. We were talking about that in our last episode. Like your reaction basically is like makes up like who you are as a person, and we have that choice. And it can be hard, but I feel like some people it's hard. It can be a misconception when other people tend to trigger us, whether it's like big or small. Like it could be someone that's just like in your vicinity and you're just like annoyed by them, but it's like it's not their fault. That's not something they're doing. It's something you're reacting in a certain way. Like that's a you problem. Like the fact you're
projecting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like projecting. That makes a lot of sense. And so that's when we talk about that healing, because once again, it's a reflection of your internal, what you have going on internally. And if you don't not just recognize them, but find a way to correct that within yourself, it's gonna always be a trigger, and it's gonna always be a reflection. Like that becomes you. You become that issue because you're giving it power to, follow you for the rest of your life.
Exactly. Yeah.
Versus just like taking control over your life, your situation.
Right.
And healing your inner self. Sometimes when I speak, I just keep this down here and I'm just speaking. That's so okay. I hope that's not a problem.
No, not at all. I think we can hear you. That dives into the next thing I wanted to say. You can change the way you look at your triggers. Like you have a choice in how you react to it. Even if you're feeling a certain way, you can still choose to react a certain way. Like if you're like angry, like you can choose to react. Like let's say you got upset about a situation, but not necessarily at a person, and you get all worked up and you get mad. You can still choose to react in a calm way for your own sake, to be that person, to be like, hey, like, we don't need to dive down this rabbit hole of making it something big when really, like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Certain things that occur, like, it's like when you go through some, like, hard things, it's like you don't think, like, you'll be able to get through it. So, like, you have, like, all these emotions that you're feeling, but then it's like once you go through it all and you were like, dang, I got worked up for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't.
And so you wish you could kind of create like a process, like I said, coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
You create like a process that will take you through being conscious in your reaction. So
Mm-hmm.
like you're like, this is this big problem. And okay, like in our dream world, in our dream life, we're like, oh my gosh, this whole big problem. I got into this person rear ended me and hit my car, and I'm about to flip out because they've been driving crazy for the last 10 minutes behind me.
Yep.
And I'm about to flip out. But then in a dream world, you go, okay, something just happened. Something just happened that I don't like, that makes me upset. And in a dream world life, you're like, okay, I can calm down. I can take a deep breath. This isn't on me. I can react well. Let me just agree. Let me carry this person with grace. Interact with grace. Be
Mm-hmm.
patient with this person. Get to the bottom of it. Find a solution.
Right.
But that doesn't really happen. Like we
Mm-hmm.
want that to happen. We want us to be like, okay, take 10 seconds and just breathe in and out. How can I fix this? But in reality, you're like, I'm just pissed. Like, I'm about to go off. Like,
Yeah.
you've been driving crazy. You put in other people's life at danger, da da
Mm-hmm.
da da da. My life, my whole day is ruined. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
pissed. Now I'm not going to work. Now I'm not doing this.
It's like you're
And
doing it to yourself, though. It's like you're
yeah,
making it a big deal. And
exactly.
that's hard, though, because that's just part of being a human.
It
You
is.
know?
And I think it takes a lot of self discipline and time and experience to eventually get to that mindset, or
Mm-hmm.
that kind of person that is going to always have patience or handle any problem with grace, and knowing that this too shall pass.
And
I'll
it's
get
working
over
out
it.
for you,
It's
too.
gonna work out. Maybe, this car accident prevented me from being somewhere where there was gonna be a public shooting.
Right.
Or maybe this prevented me, or maybe this me not being where I wanted to be helped someone else get to where they want to be. All those things that kind of just like where you put yourself in a mindset of like, this is working out, this is where I'm supposed to be, this was supposed to happen for a reason.
Yeah, that reminds me of the burnt toast. I don't know if it's burnt toast theory, but it's basically like, let's say you're on your way to work and you're in the morning and you make a piece of toast every single morning before you
Mm-hmm.
leave.
That sounds really good, by the
You
way.
forgot
Sorry.
about it. But you forgot about it and it started to burn because you were running late. You were running a few minutes late because you had to do da da da.
Mm-hmm.
But with that happening, you had to make another pair of toast.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, that could have been happening for a reason, just so you don't get in a car accident.
Yeah. And,
Like,
and when you really believe in timing, because I truly believe in like
mm-hmm.
timing is like, sometimes I have to remind myself of that, but I really do believe that in divine timing.
Yep.
And I think that literally everything that happens when it happens is happening for a reason. I really do believe in that.
Same.
And I don't convince myself, or I don't remind myself of that belief when I'm actually in the middle of a problem. When I'm in the middle of a problem, the
That's what
whole
makes
world
us
is
human.
ending. The whole world is
Yeah.
ending. I'm on fire. My house is on fire. I got a lot of little fires to put out. And I'm like, geez, I wish I could be the person to remind myself that, Carrie, it is all working out. This is the perfect time, and whether it's an inconvenience to your plan or not,
Mm-hmm.
there is another greater plan in motion for you.
Yeah. I think of it as like a kind of like a test. Like, how are you gonna react to this? In
Exactly.
my eyes, like, I kind of view it as like the universe kind of testing me, being like, how are you gonna react to this? Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna feel what you're going through and then let it go, or are you just gonna sit and stay stuck? But sometimes I feel like it's necessary to be stuck,
Mm-hmm.
where you're like heavy in those emotions and you can't get over it, because then it just teaches you. something else that you didn't know about yourself.
Exactly.
Like it uncovers a deeper meaning.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about the guilt that comes with that decision of like how you react.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, like sometimes you react and you're like, God, I'm such a shit. I'm just a bad person. I'm a POS. Like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I give it so much power? You know, I don't know. I've experienced that. And we talked about that last episode about like forgiving yourself or giving yourself grace.
Yeah. Sometimes feeling it though can be like guilty feeling enough too, because you're just like, I don't want to feel like, for me, I just always want to like alchemize past that point. So it's like I'm just like, I want to go through it just so I can let it go and release it. But it's like it's a process. It's not just gonna be like bing,
you're done.
Yeah.
And you said like the guilty part of even just feeling it. Oh my God! Like when you feel like emotions or you feel like a certain way, you could be like going through like a depression period, and you're like, this is how you feel. You can't necessarily help how you feel, but you feel guilty because you're like, I know I'm so blessed. I know I have this, and I should be grateful, and I should be feeling like this, but this is how I feel. Then you feel guilty for feeling emotions because, you know, there's someone always out there who has it worse, who's worse off. There's always someone who needs more. And I find myself feeling guilty for feeling. Oh my gosh. Why?
No, for real.
Why do we beat ourselves up like that? It's just...
Yeah, that's something to think about, because that's something that I'm still working on.
But you know what? I wonder if it comes from like childhood too, because I don't know if you like...
I was gonna say, it reminds me of my mom. Yeah, my mom would say
when you're going through something, they're like, oh gosh, it's not that big deal. Like other people are going through bigger things.
It's like diminishing your problems, making it seem like it's not that big of a deal, even though it is a big deal in your eyes.
Yep, and so when you grow up, you diminish your own feelings.
Oh my gosh.
You're like... yeah, you're like, it's not that big of a deal. Why are you feeling like this? You shouldn't. Other people have it worse. Blah 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 blah. It's bad.
It's just probably how they were taught.
Exactly.
To diminish their feelings.
Yeah.
Without realizing it.
Exactly. And so it's never really anyone's fault, but it is something that we have to like take accountability of when you are kind of deciding what life you want to live, the type of person you want to be, the way you want to deal with situations and issues and problems as they come, because as long as you're alive, there's always going to be a next problem.
Always.
And there's always going to be
never
something.
A finish line until
you're gone, you know? And so you really got to determine the way you want to react to life and interact with life. Yeah. So much easier said than done. If I had $1 for every time I say that, because it is all so much easier said than done.
No, really, yeah.
And
I feel like that's like my quote of every single day.
Yeah.
Probably every video too.
So much easier said than done.
We should make some merch that says easier said than done.
Yes. No, for real. I'll be buying our own merch because, yeah.
Yeah, girl. Also, I want to say something too about manifesting. It's kind of rolls right into it. Have you tried manifesting? I mean, we do manifest as humans, like, without even realizing it too.
I think I've tried manifesting, but I don't think I have ever been dedicated to the point where I'm like 100% believing in the manifestation. And I think that kind of holds you back when it comes to manifesting. Because, you know, there's a group of people who believe that manifestation is like, does not align with God if you are like a religious person. And then there's a group of people who believe in both. And then there's a group of people that only believe in manifestation, you know, the universe and manifesting things. And so I just want to say that because I think you can manifest. I think you can manifest and be a part of every one of those groups.
Yeah.
And I think
you can be that anyone, believe in anything.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, who is going to tell you what to believe in? Like, it's up to you.
None of us know.
We know it. We don't. It literally all just starts with faith.
Mm-hmm.
It's having faith in something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, believing in something. That's where it starts from.
Mm-hmm.
And anything can be real to you if you believe in it.
Right.
And so I do believe in manifestation, and I do believe in words having power, and I've tried it, but I've not been consistent.
I feel like some people may be intimidated by manifesting, but I feel like manifesting could be stuff that's like unsaid too.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people are, definitely unsaid.
It kind of reminds me of the burnt toast theory.
Yeah,
you know, it's like like that was manifesting for you. You were doing that. You burnt the toast. So you know what I mean? Like it was like it's like a physical aspect.
Definitely. And I think your unconscious and subconscious thoughts help you manifest. And if you are like a pessimistic person, whether you believe it or not, you are manifesting negativity into your life. You're manifesting, you know, the bad. And that goes back to our last episode where I was like, dang, don't let me lose this thought. But when things happen in your life, and when bad things happen in your life, and you justify those bad things like, oh, I got in a car accident, dang, it's because I don't wake up on time, I'm so lazy, I just can't get it right. And you're like, of course this has happened to me. This has happened to me because I was mean to that girl yesterday. I wasn't as nice or as kind to the drive-thru or the fast food worker. Right. Or I wasn't patient with somebody at work that really just like ticked me off. Of course this will happen. I don't know if you do that, but I do that. Like, I do that.
We all do
I think we all do it to a certain extent, where it's like, of course this is going to happen to me, because this stuff always happens to me. Of course I'm going to lose. I never win at this game.
It's because we can't see the big picture of it.
Exactly.
We're not meant to see the big picture of it, you know?
And that is a form, like, if we don't really know it, I feel like that is a form of manifestation too. Because when you automatically deem yourself as a person that loses, or a person that good things don't necessarily always happen to you, or dang, this person is always lucky, they're always like winning contests, or, you know, winning tickets to go here, or this person, like, dang, I'm never lucky. That is a form of manifesting, because not only did you put those words into the universe, I feel like, but that is your expectation from life. Yeah. That's your expectation from life. It's like, life is not going to be nice for me, or kind to me, or generous to me, because I don't expect it to. I expect it to not. I expect life to be tough. And that is a form of manifestation, if you really want to be 100%
same with
honest.
Limiting beliefs too.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people,
like, reinforcing it.
Exactly.
That's what you'll focus on, and that's what will make your bigger
and that's
picture.
what life will get you. And so, and in the very end, when those good things do happen to you, you're not really as appreciative of them, because you're like, finally. You're like, God, like, finally, like, and then you're like, okay, move on to the next thing, because bad is still coming. You know, and you don't really appreciate those good moments.
No, oh, girl, like, I've definitely struggled with that, like, on many occasions, where it's like, I'm waiting for the next bad thing to happen, but it's just, like, such, like, a, like, go right back, where it's like, oh, like, maybe I don't need to view it like that, like, maybe everything is just neutral, and it's like, that's just the way it is.
And waiting for the next bad thing will happen can make you miss the good thing that just happened, that you didn't necessarily give too much energy to.
Yeah.
And I found myself, even when good things happen, where, like, after it's happened, a day passed, and I go, wait, did I thank the universe? Did I thank God for this? And it's like, that wasn't my first thought. It's to just be thankful for it, for this blessing or something great happening to me.
That's a big part of manifesting, is being grateful.
It is.
Because you gotta take in your reality. Yeah. Before you can, like, get what you desire, you know?
Exactly. And not just the things that, not even just being grateful for, like, the things that you wanted, but being grateful for the things that you received that were good for you.
Even if it didn't look like it. Even
if it didn't align with what you wanted, you know? Being aligned, Oh, and that brings me to this motivational speaker Inky Johnson, because I watched one of his videos and the title is "What Happens When." We all know we all know what happens when God says yes, but what happens when God tells you no? And him being a high school famous football player that was going to make it to the league. Literally, he did like a last game that meant anything. It was like a scrimmage game or whatever, and somebody tackled him and he got injured, and he had to get rushed to the hospital. It was like literally life or death, and the whole like right side of his arm got paralyzed. Into his career like that. He was like going to be like #1 draft pick into his career, and then ended every chance of like helping him and his family. He lived in like a 2-bedroom apartment with like 11 people, and just taking his family out of that position completely ended all of his dreams to him. And now to this day, he's a motivational speaker. He's well off. He supports his family. He's a famous speaker on YouTube. He goes to shows all over the world just giving motivational speeches. And it's like, what happened to him didn't align with his dreams. He didn't want to be a motivational speaker. He wanted to be on the NFL. He wanted to be an NFL draft pick, And so being thankful he didn't get what he got, but he got so much more, and being thankful that, wow, he's in this position that he is still living a dream life, He has motivated thousands, if not millions of people around the world and brought them closer in their relationship to God or whatever religion that they're in, And I feel like just being thankful for not what you want, like not always receiving what you wanted, but receiving things that are good for you.
That's what I'm saying though too. You don't see the big picture.
You don't see the big picture.
He didn't see the big picture.
Yeah, you don't see it because you don't see it at the time. And I think that's where that manifestation comes in. And prayer and all of that thing, the faith, all of that comes in because you have to know that there is something out there. Like you have to know that this is just not the end. Wherever you are when you're feeling like it's not, you have to just know that it's not the end. And it's so much easier said than done. But you gotta find ways to like just get your mind off of autopilot of going straight to of course this would happen.
Yeah.
So okay, maybe there's something that I'm not seeing. Maybe this is better for me. Maybe I'm just gonna give it a try. Maybe I'm just gonna take it one day at a time. Worry about the day in front of me and not tomorrow.
Right.
Those are the thoughts that really matter in those moments. And manifestation, a lot of people are not doing it right. And I'm gonna say that because I've never done it right. And I'm gonna say I've never done it right, and that's why I say I've never done it 100% or been faithful to it, because I could tell myself, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to be this. I'm going to live my dream life and be on YouTube and this and that. And I'm going to do so much. But inside, I don't really have faith in that. I don't have faith in myself. Which holds
the
me
only
back
way
and
it can work.
Exactly. Is when you 100% become the Delulu queen.
Yeah, Delulu queen.
Yeah, Delulu queen. Like, become delusional about your dreams.
Ooh, that's another topic we should talk about.
Yeah.
Being Delulu. Didn't we talk about that earlier this week?
I think we talked about that in our first episode.
Okay.
Yeah. About just being so delusional in your dream until it comes true.
It's, again, easier said than done.
Easier.
I mean, you gotta... It's almost like a game. Like, you have to make it fun for yourself.
You really do. All the good things, too, that you want to do and want to become, like, all the good habits that you want to have, like, manifesting, becoming Delulu, doing the things that a delusional person actually does, which is applying for that job that you know damn well you don't qualify for.
Yeah.
People do that and they get the job.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like the delusion, no one's gonna stop me. Like, who's gonna? No one's stopping me. I'm gonna try. No one's stopping me from trying. Oh my gosh, I admire people like that. I really do. For because real. It takes a lot of It takes a lot of inside work.
No, for
or
real.
just to be able to be like, I deserve, I'm gonna get.
Sorry.
I'm gonna be. And that's that. And that's period. And nobody
Yeah.
can tell me how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it work for myself.
Right.
So yeah.
Delulu. We all gotta be a little delulu in our life.
We definitely do. No doubt about that. Because no.
Whether that means too, it's like if you're not feeling yourself on a day and you're like, oh, like this day, I don't like the feeling of this day.
Yeah.
That means be Delulu, put on some music that you don't even feel like listening to, but you know that it's gonna make you feel good. Yeah. Alter ego.
Hey. And so I like that. Yeah, you really do. And it actually works sometimes. It might not work every time, if you want to be honest.
Consistency.
It might not work every time where you're like, I'm feeling like trash. Today's gonna be trash. It might not work, but you really do have. But it does work sometimes. Like faking it till you make it. It does work. Like you could be like, this is not a good day, but if everybody asks me how's it going, it is going so good. I do that sometimes. I swear I do that. Even at work, and they're like, how's everyone? It is so good because
that's actually you probably manifesting.
Like, this is whack. I want to be in my bed. I'm tired of this job. I don't even want to tell you how I'm doing today. I really, but I'll be like, it's so good. How are yours? The sun is shining. Yeah. Trying to convince myself.
Yeah. No, you know what? That's what you have to do, though.
Yeah. So.
I guess that's what it is. It's just about convincing yourself.
Yeah. Because the person you're speaking will be like, it's good too. It's good to me. And it's it works. It works.
I feel like that also reminds me too of like the guilting of like feeling like a certain way, because it's like for me, I know I always just want to be up here. I always want to be happy. I always want to be like at my top notch, top tier, top best. Like I just want to be 100% all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I feel a certain way, I'm just like, you just got to keep trying to like be at that 100, even if you're not feeling like it.
But I feel like,
but then it's like you have to realize too, it's like not being at your 100 is okay. It's okay to like feel through that because you're learning something from yourself.
Yeah, that goes back to our last episode with the consistency piece. How you're not gonna be at 100 Monday through Sunday.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Not to be hard on yourself, because just being here Monday through Sunday is consistency enough. It's consistent enough, to align with your goals.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes we like just feeling like blah, like. Well, when we don't have to a lot of obligations. Like, sometimes I like listening to my sad music and just being mellow and just
This reminds me of something else
because I want you to touch on that. But the pressure of being always at 100 for other people, I feel like I experienced that a lot, especially when like at work, when like the old director was there and I wasn't at 100, and it's like, oh, what's wrong with you? And it's like, oh, I gotta be happy and smiley all the time because everybody expects me to be here. Yeah. The pressure of that is overwhelming, and
that's like, so true.
Just let me feel like this. I don't. And it's not a problem, and sometimes I don't want to talk about it, and that doesn't make it a you problem of like, oh, maybe it's something I did or no, it's just sometimes I'm just not at 100. Yeah,
and that's okay.
Exactly. But I want to go back to what you were about to say. I think you're about to say something good.
I was gonna say something about what you said too. The pressure of just like being like being that positive person. Basically, like that can be hard because when you're that person, it's almost like you're expecting it out of yourself as well.
Definitely.
So it's like if people are expecting that out of you, it's like you have to do it for yourself as well, not just for other people. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, addiction to negative thoughts. I don't know if we touched on this like in our other episodes, but what was the other thing that you just talked about before?
I know I had said something about like consistency. Monday through Friday.
Like, when we're, like, not feeling 100, you know, it's like, we obviously don't want to feel like that forever. And we know it's temporary. We know we're not going to feel like that forever unless we choose to make that choice to, like, keep adding to the cycle of just basically, like, repeating the negative thoughts. And you're basically, like, addicted to negative thoughts, like, as a human, because, like, when you're feeling, like, down a certain day, you want to keep reaffirming because you feel a certain way. It's like automatically, it's like you want to reaffirm, like I feel like this and I don't know why, or like I'm just feeling like this and that's just how it is. But also, like, I don't know, like, it can be hard to, like, be, like, that positive person to just, like, break the cycle of just, like, you know what? No. Like, this is not forever. Like, I don't need to feel like this forever, but I can change the way I view it and I can change my perspective on it. Like, why might I be feeling this? Like, is this teaching me something? Is there something that I'm not looking at within myself? Is there something that I could be, like, doing better for myself? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember what else I was gonna say.
No, it's okay. I feel like that's where that grace comes in, like the self love, I feel like.
Yeah.
And
That's that third voice.
yeah. That's when you really gotta just like stop those voices.
Yeah.
I think put it into them, because when you think about it, none of it is helpful. It's not productive in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Like those thoughts, you know?
Yeah.
They're not productive.
It's so weird. Like, it's so weird when you're stuck, like, in that cycle, because it's like you're yearning to, like, feel a different, at least for me, like, I feel like I yearn to feel, like, a different way. But also, it's like, I'm like, I want to get into the nitty gritty and be like, what? I just want to pick apart everything and be like, what is this trying to tell me? Like,
Yeah.
what do I need to be doing? It's just so weird that, like, when even it's like when we're feeling that way and I'm not feeling like I want to, like, I don't know. It's like I want to feel a different way, but I'm just so stuck on what I'm feeling that I'm just, like, at a loss of what to do.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you typically do?
Oh, I mean, it's different every time. I feel like I get to my breaking point where it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a scenario. I don't know. I feel like I flow very much with the moon. So whatever's happening in the moon, that's how I'm feeling. So, like, it's like I could just feel a certain way without even, like, having the thoughts attached to it. So it's
Yeah.
like I'll just, like, feel it and then I'll be like, "Oh," and then thoughts will start to come up and then I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
What? Like, I don't want to feel like this. I don't know. This is obviously something that I'm still working on because I can't figure it out, but
That's okay. We're working on stuff together.
yeah.
No biggie. Got a lot of stuff to work on and unpack. That's why we're here.
Yep, exactly. We're unpacking it with you guys.
For sure.
Do you ever feel like that?
Oh, I feel like, yeah. I feel like definitely I feel like that. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like that, but when I feel like that, I feel like I'm going in circles. Sorry. When I feel like that, when I feel like that, when I feel like that, I feel like I just tend to do nothing. But sit with those feelings. and cry.
Oh, that's what I was
I've
gonna
been
say. I was gonna
crying
say
a lot.
when I'm at my breaking point, I start to cry, and then that's when I'm like, okay, Alicia, it's time to talk to yourself. Give yourself a
Yeah.
little pep talk. Let's go.
Yeah. I think I just sit with those feelings, honestly. I really do. I just sit with them, and I don't like talking to people necessarily about them because I just there's just a part of me that feels like, what good is that going to do? Even though I know that talking about it, like the rational part of me knows that talking about it can make me feel better, but I just sit with them. Honestly, I binge watch shows too because or I read, or I binge read. I don't know if you heard about binge reading,
No, I
where it's like I
haven't.
have to stay in a book because it takes me out of the reality of my situation, the emotions that I'm feeling now. I don't feel them because I'm in a different world. You get what I'm saying? That might
Yeah.
sound weird. That's typically how I deal with it. With those feelings.
That's I hope you know though, like if I do ever see you like in that state, like I really look up to you for like sitting in that space like by yourself though, cuz like I feel like sometimes when you constantly go to people and you like expect like someone to say something that's just like that's exactly what I needed to hear. It's like they're not going to. The only person who can do that is yourself.
And
Yeah, you
oh,
know the
that's sweet,
answer
Alicia.
deep
I
down.
love that. But yeah, you know the answers. Like you actually said that last episode. You said, um, you said that the answers are already like inside of us. We kind of know the answers to a lot of situations
Mhm.
we're in, and so I think that applies here as well.
Yeah.
Even though, like in that moment, you kind of don't feel like that at all. You feel like completely like hopeless and lost.
Mhm.
Um. So yeah.
I really look up to that though. What do you what else do you do for like let's say a few days go by and you're still feeling like that. Like what is something that you do that you're just like, "All right, all done. We're done with
When I'm
this."
done,
Yeah, when you're like I'm done like feeling this way or it's like almost like
it's
making a
usually
conscious
something that
choice.
motivates me. Honestly,
Okay.
it could be a thought, it could be a quote, it could be something I saw on Instagram, it could be, um, oh my god, lately I've just been seeing like, I'm not even gonna lie, but I've been seeing like, these threads of just like, a lot of quotes that make you feel better about where you are right now in your life, or to be like images that depict where you are in your life right now. And um I don't know, that I've been crying at a lot of them because it's like, oh my god, I don't know, I'm really
I
in a
feel you,
phase,
girl.
I'm really like in a phase in my life where um I a lot of things that are internal, like self beliefs, a lot of things are coming out
Mhm.
and showing its rearing its ugly head, and I have to deal with them. I have to think about them, and it could be like simply just showing where you are. Like you feel like you're so lost. You could be blaming yourself. Okay, this year was supposed to be different. But dang, it's already March. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, where I said I would be. And then like for instance, I saw like this thread of like pictures that depict where you are. And it'll have like 12 dots, and it'll have like only two of the dots are shaded in for January, February. But
Mm.
then you have like, and then a little bit of March. But then you have like 9.5 more months of worth of trying, worth of
Right.
turning things around. And it's like, oh my gosh, like these images just look so much, I wish I could just like pull them up and show you. I could try and put them on the screen, or whatever, if you can do that. But it's just things like that that just kind of just like give you a reality check of like like how you feel right now, not being so serious, not being as big as you are making it, or how you feel that it is, and not giving it so much power over your life and your emotions.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, nothing really matters. And sometimes I have an epiphany where it's like, does it even matter? And that's gonna go over your head because you hear simple things like that all the time. But
Mhm.
it's like when you really think about it, nothing matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing matters. Like, the day you spent being a couch potato and not being productive, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you get into your dream school, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
good and the bad, like, these things that you base your life on or your worth on, or things that make you feel important or make you feel productive, nothing really matters. When it's all said and done, if you were to die this evening or tomorrow, none of it would have ever mattered. You know, and that's genuinely what I try to remind myself of, because when you think of losing it all, what are like the most important things that you think of? Like, I think of my family. I think of my doggies.
Mm-hmm.
I think of experiencing the wind on my skin, spending time with my sister, my loved ones, being kind and like helping people, you know, motivating people, or being an inspiration in someone's life, or making them feel better about themselves one day, or I just like, that is what really matters, you know. Is, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, is love, you know. That's what
Love.
it is.
Yep.
Love of people, love of nature, love of life, love of the universe.
Love of
That is,
yourself.
yeah, loving yourself. That is really what matters, and I feel like that's gonna get you further than anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to remind myself, like, oh, I'm not where I'm at. I'm not where I'm. It doesn't matter. 10 years from now, this day, I'm not gonna think about it. These feelings, I'm not gonna, you know, really remember them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
That's so true though. That makes me think of like almost like what other people think too, like fear of judgment.
Yeah.
It's something I've been working on. I feel like I've been doing pretty damn good too. I've been
Exactly.
trying not to like, because I'm like, overall, it's like when I see somebody do something that's like embarrassing, or it's like whatever, if they get pissed, if they're doing something real funny, if they're just being themselves, like, I don't, at the end of the day, I don't really care. It's just
Yeah.
something, like, if anything, it's just something to talk about. And if anything, somebody's gonna like something you did. So it's like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like when you're like driving in your car and you pull up to someone at the stoplight and someone's just like just jamming, and you're just like, why are we scared to do that? To just
Yeah.
jam by ourselves? At least, I love jamming by myself, but it's like, that fear if you're up
People
next to
watching.
someone and then people are like looking at you. It's like a
Yeah.
fear of judgment, but like that's something that I'm trying to work on, where it's like I
Because it
shouldn't care.
doesn't
I want to be
matter.
my most authentic self, That's like my goal in this
Amen to
life.
that.
Like I just don't want to care what other people think or
Mm-hmm.
how they view me. Because I like me.
And that's all that really matters.
No, I don't like me. I love me.
Exactly.
Mm.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because when you're on your deathbed, you're not thinking about the people that judge you.
Yep.
You're
I
not thinking
think I
about the people
like
that
this
didn't
little
like
life.
you. You're thinking about all the moments you missed to enjoy life, or miss to enjoy the people that you actually love and care about.
Yeah.
And not that I know from experience, but I could imagine.
Right, yeah.
I haven't been on my deathbed, but I could just I see that, I think I like
This little life.
I love that.
um.
It's the little things. Do something nice for someone, Pay for the person's meal behind you in the fast food driveway. Hold a door for someone and give someone a compliment. You'd be surprised how many people think it's weird to like say, "You are so pretty" or "You look beautiful today." Like, people don't really like give out compliments like that.
I
But
love
it could
doing
genuinely
that.
make someone's day. And I love doing that too, because I love seeing people light up and just spreading love. So, if you're watching this video, do something kind today. Motivate somebody, inspire somebody in the littlest ways with just kindness. Just being kind. It goes a long way.
And kindness to yourself as well.
Exactly.
That goes a long way.
Self,
yeah.
Like said. It goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. That's just something that I just yearn for. Like I mean, I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
But
I know I want to be my true authentic self too. I'm not there yet. Nah, no, not there.
I hope you know though, like
true authentic. Oh, sorry.
You inspire me like a lot just by like your voice and just like who you are as a person. You're just like I'm
I
Carrie.
That's so sweet because that's so sweet. Because I don't, yeah, I don't know. I need to love myself more. You know, I really do.
You don't need to. You're going to.
I'm going to, and I'm working on it. And this is a question I just thought of, but what does your true authentic self look like? What is like something that you want that you've been holding yourself back from by not giving into those desires or image of who you want to be?
Well, I mean, this is kind of something that I'm actively doing.
Yeah.
That's like I feel like this like YouTube channel is definitely steering me in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like stepping out of my comfort zone, knowing when I need time for myself too, because I feel like I've struggled with that for so like God, I want to say like gosh, since like before I ever started like dating, like probably 7 years ago, like I had a sense of like independence and then I kind of got lost a little bit. But I feel like when you're like around people like as often as at least as often as I was, I feel like I never really got the signals as to when I needed time to myself and like what I wanted to do because I feel like I was doing that for so many other people. Like whether that means that was someone that I was in high school with or like doesn't even like matter who or even like the timing is just like I don't know. I feel like I've just definitely learned to pick up cues where it's like I don't know. It's like I know my being, my worth is worth a lot and I just can't be giving that out to just anyone. I really can't. So I feel like I've just learned that with being alone. Like being alone has helped me a lot to like be my most authentic self cuz there was a time where I would listen to music and I wanted to dance and I was ashamed to freaking dance in front of myself. Like that's crazy. And then I just kept doing it and working on it and I'm like, "Dang, like I got some good moves." My moves have been getting better because I've been spending time with myself.
I love that.
And then it's like
Oh
once
my
I go
God,
out
I
to the
love that.
world and I'm like, out and about and I'm just like doing exactly what I'm doing alone, like that's literally all that matters.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
But I see that within you too. Like I love hearing you sing and you're like I love your voice.
Girl, I cannot. Oh my God, I love that, Alicia. So basically, turn on some music and dance.
Yeah.
Even if you're by yourself, dance for
Dance.
yourself. Allow yourself to move freely and learn to love yourself.
Yeah.
That's
You're
very
so
precious.
present. You're so present within yourself too when you do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my true authentic self would be dyeing my hair orange, ginger.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it for like over 10 years now, and I've always held
Oh
myself back.
oh my
I'm
gosh,
like,
girl.
no, you just cut your hair. You can't dye it ginger. No, you gotta wait till it gets longer. Don't dye it ginger. No, you gotta wait till you lose weight so it'll complement your face features more. Just like all these things that I told myself I've always wanted to do it, and I think I'm gonna do it this fall for like fall. And
Yes. That's
I think that would
perfect.
be me being true to my like me living in what I wanted and not caring about
Yeah.
what anybody thinks. Even like getting piercings, I'm like, remember I told you like when I got my ears pierced, I was like, I wanted like multiple piercings for years and I never go do
Yeah.
it.
That would look so
I'm
cute
gonna
on
go get
you.
more. I finally got one last year, and I was like, I finally got my second piercing. It only took me 10 years. I've wanted since I was like 16. Only took me
Really?
over 10 years. Yeah, like
Oh
why
my
didn't I go
gosh.
do it? Like why?
Oop.
I think I would just be. I think I would change a lot, and in the best
Just from
type of
dyeing your
way.
hair.
From living and being my true authentic self. I
You
think I
know,
would identify as a different person. And not saying that I'm cosplaying or I'm pretending right now, but I think I am reserving. You know, like I'm
the right time will come.
But there is no right time too. That's what I'm learning. It's like there genuinely is no right time to
Explain.
stand
Please
in your
explain.
truth. You just have to have the audacity, the nerve to do it, to be true to who you are, to be the person that you want to be, and not care about what anyone will say in any room that you walk into.
Mm-hmm.
And that has always held me back from a lot of things. Um, a lot of things. And I would say it's still holding me back. And I would love to just see myself transition into my most authentic self, me being unapologetically me.
Every time's the right time for that.
Exactly. Today is the
So it's
right
kind
time
of
to do that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel like there could be so many little things too that can make us not just dancing or dyeing our hair, but I feel like I get what you're saying though, cuz have you gotten your nails done? Like at a nail salon?
Yeah.
That feeling after you get your nails done, oh my gosh, you feel like such a baddie. Such baddie energy.
That is such a good. Oh my gosh. You are so right. Because, baby, you find yourself tapping all day.
Yeah.
Like, yes. You be like.
It makes you like a whole new person.
You start putting on extra jewelry. You might
Yeah.
put on a ring.
It makes your fit better.
It actually does. It makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm. And it's literally just painted colors on your nails. That's literally it. In a shape. If you get acrylics.
Yeah. That's right. And boy, if it feels like that to be your authentic self, like, wow. That is good, Alicia. That's tea right there.
So it's just like little things, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not just dancing and music that make me feel like my most authentic self.
It's even you making decisions.
Yeah.
It's you being a part of a friend group and they're like, we want to go such and like, not my cup of tea, hon.
Yes, exactly.
I got a yoga class, hot yoga over here.
Yes. Making time for yourself.
Yeah. Like not my cup of tea and being unapologetic about like, you guys not into it? Look, I'm going. It's you not waiting for waiting for the girl trip to get out of the group chat.
Yep.
It's you being like, look, nobody's gonna travel over here to Patty with me. I got the money, I got the funds. I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ready. I'm not prepared to miss out on life because you're not ready.
Yeah.
And so it's even that like
oh, I struggle with that.
You know, that's what it is. It's Bryn. It's Bryn going to Guatemala.
Oh yeah.
It's literally that. Because yeah, you're gonna have fear when it comes
Slay
to
girl.
things, but as long as you conquer the fear that you have, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And so, you know, let's really be honest.
In comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone, it feels so scary at first, but it's like once you do it, you're like, that feels good. Give me more. Give me more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that beast wanting more.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that. That's exactly what that
beast mode.
Oh. We going beast mode.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Cue song. Love that.
I miss you, Minnie, Minnie Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Minnie.
I love that. Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse, Minnie.
Minnie Mouse, Minnie.
Minnie Mouse, Minnie.
little dedicated part for you.
She watched it and she was like, "Oh my gosh, Carrie's so beautiful."
Oh my gosh! Stop, Bryn. Stop. Don't do that. Love that.
Ugh, we gotta get her on.
We do. You'll come back. You'll be here one day, Bryn. You'll be sitting
Yeah.
with us.
Yep. Such a grand old time. Was there anything else that you wanted to touch on about like friendship since we're talking about Brady Mini?
I want to make a whole separate video for that.
Slay.
I think friendships is like a big,
like friendships like when you become an adult, because it's so different.
Yep.
Especially at least for my time, like it's so different, like being in high school and then I'm now almost 24 and I still have some of the same friends, but also I've met people like I met you.
Yeah.
I met a few people just through friends of friends.
Yeah.
But
that's good.
Yeah.
I love that. And I feel like you put yourself out there because you're still young too. You have that mindset of like you put yourself out there to do experience different things or take opportunities where you can meet people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily do that. We're talking about we're going into friendships. Let's stop.
Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to this week's episode.
Yes.
We're so glad you could be here to listen, hear what we had to say.
Yes, and to all my sisters out there, just know we hope we could have been such a help to you guys. And we're glad that you're here. We're glad to be here. We're here to stay. And we will see you guys on the next episode.
Yes. Mwah.
Bye, sister.
Love you.
Love you. I'm so proud of us.
Do it again.
Hey, I love it.